8238A, State versus Tiffany Martinez. Can I have parties announced?
Dallas State.
Jim Wheat for Ms. Martinez.
And are you Ms. Martinez? You entered a plea to count 2 of robbery. You entered a plea of guilty. Count 1 was waived without objection. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is opposed to your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication.
And this is where the cringe meter spikes. Notice how the defendant immediately pivots from responsibility to self-pity. It's a common tactic. Shift the narrative before the prosecutor locks down the timeline. Spoiler, it never works.
And there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Judge, I'm reviewing.
No. Defense, have you reviewed?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report?
No, Judge.
All right. And then, defense, you said there was something else you would like the court to review?
12 letters from court. One is from her pastor at her church, and the other is from her aunt.
All right. Any objections to the court reviewing the letters?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Just give me one moment. All right. State, you're opposed.
Yes.
State, do you have witnesses?
No, Your Honor, just evidence that was related to.
All right. Defense, any other witnesses?
Yes, we called Ms. Martinez.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Tiffany Martinez.
All right. Defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Martinez, I want you to give the judge a little background on yourself, and then also to talk about this incident that you've been charged with, right? Now let's start with sort of your childhood growing up. How was your childhood? How would you describe it?
So I was in CPS. As a usual kid, I don't have the best relationship with my dad. So I was back and forth with my dad, my grandma.
How was your dad? How did your dad act towards you?
Was abusive.
In what ways?
Yeah.
What else?
Terribly abusive.
Right. How long did that last?
That was maybe about 5 years old, so I got taken away with one.
When you were taken away, where did you go?
With my mom.
Did you live with your mom the rest of the way through school? And was that part, at that time when you moved in with your mom, were things okay at that point?
Still trying to adjust.
What kind of adjustments were you making right there?
Trying to adjust to the new lifestyle. Studying, being in school. I guess regulated and stuff. My mom's household wasn't like that with my dad, so I was still trying to adjust to the routine.
And I know you're very nervous. Just take your time and we'll answer these questions and go from there. Was your mom more strict on you than you thought?
She wanted the best for me. She wasn't rude to me like my dad. She didn't use me like my dad. She was hard on me academically.
Big moment right here. When a defendant takes the stand, it's a gamble. The judge now gets to evaluate credibility in real time. Tone, body language, hesitation, all of it counts. And trust me, every pause is judged harder than the testimony.
No, she wasn't okay with my dad.
Were you able to complete school?
Yes, actually.
Where did you graduate from?
Southwest County.
After that, were you able to find a job and work?
I was college.
Where did you go to college?
Concord to college.
And what did you get a degree in?
Dental assistant.
And then after that, were you able to get a job in a place?
Yes, I did.
Where did you start working?
I did dental and
Now, at some point in here, I know that you got married.
he was office, yes.
And who was your husband?
Dr. Hernandez, so we're not like pushing her.
How long were you two together?
Since I was 20 years old.
And along the way, did you have children with Sanchez?
I did, yes.
How many children?
Yeah, 3.
How was your relationship with Sanchez?
Like I said, I'll say, we've been living together ever since. Relationship with always good.
Was there a point going back to 2022 and 2023 where you and Santos were not having a good relationship?
Yes.
Okay, why was that?
He was always gone. Our relationship kind of was maybe in as far as like there was no like friction or anything, and it was just kind of more like a normal friendship at that point.
Were you working now?
It was, yes.
Where were you working?
I was still on, I was at Recess Dental.
Okay. And what were you were working as a dental assistant?
Was the lead dental assistant.
Okay. Now, during the course of that time period, right, maybe 2020 through 2023, somewhere in that one, did you become acquainted with somebody named Roger Mills?
Yes.
And how did you meet Roger?
Actually, high school together.
And what kind of relationship did you have with Roger?
We were friends first, we pursued a relationship.
At that point, you were not with your husband. As you pursued the relationship, what kind of relationship developed with Roger?
I remember you said, became recognized, very,
Okay.
without knowing what it was, I thought it was.
When you say abusive, I know there's some very specific things that you did. Did he ever threaten you?
Yes.
How?
One went to my work multiple times, after I was down, he chased me down, Medina Base, but he told me again, so, she's been multiple incidents where he was abusing and they tried to leave and
Okay. Going all the way back to 2021, was there a time where he said he was going to blow the head off your baby daddy?
yes,
Was there the time in 2022 where he assaulted you and threatened your life? Was there a time in 2022 where he stole your wallet and car?
yes.
Okay. Describe that to me.
I was working out at the gym. I had called in work that day, and she told me from on my job, they embarrassed me and got in my tires and so on fire. So I called in and took my eyes and what was going on and took the day out. And I went to the gym. I was working out. And then someone in and answered, and I'm hiding in the men's restroom. I didn't want to go into the girls because I was just mostly in the men's restroom. He then trespassed into the gym and he got me. And then the members were trying to help and help me. Then I was outside in the parking lot and he beat me up. And he took my phone, my car keys, and my wallet. And he took off. And he took my off.
Was there also a time in 2022 where he did Flatten all your tires with the knife. Was there also a time in 2022 where you took a brick and busted out the driver's window on your car? How did that happen?
Says, well, like, you really him, and every time I tried to, he would threaten me, and he would actually do it, and he said it was me. And so he just goes to the other he got a break, he followed me, and he left my window.
This is the part where the story shifts from sad to downright alarming. Multiple threats, workplace stalking, property destruction. But here's the question for you watching. Does surviving abuse justify the choices she made afterward? Or is this where sympathy ends and accountability begins?
I just got that vehicle.
Now, were there numerous other incidents with Mr. Mills?
Yes,
Were you aware that he had a long criminal history?
he did.
You do know that now after we've talked about the case?
Yes.
Now, going to the time of this incident, were you still with Rogers?
We were not together, but I felt like I was just having not so much the relationship, but the communication for my safety, because he said that if I don't talk to him, that he's going to do all these things. So I just, still communicating, but we're not together.
So, on the day of this incident, how did you come to be with Roger?
I picked him up. I was his house. And we were just talking about like everything that was going on as far as like my relationship with Santos. And Santos was supposed to be watching the kids that night. And wasn't, so I went to him.
At this point in your life, were you drinking
Was
more than you should?
very sure.
And were you using any drugs?
So
Okay, none at all, not marijuana? Now, how did the drinking affect you?
it affected me because it became a bad habit. We let it be. I used it to for everything that I was going through in my life. And it was just, it was not a good habit.
Now, as far as this incident, the day this happened, how did it come up that this happened?
So I was with my friends that night, and like if the Donald was supposed to be watching a kid's house, we would take turns. And so I decided to come home early. It was like 10:30. And my youngest he wasn't here. So I was upset because I wasn't okay with where the kids. And they were with my grandma, and my grandma also lives at the house. So I picked up Roger and I was just freaking out because like, obviously I still had feelings for Santos, but we were not together.
Okay, how do we get to the point of this offense?
So Santos because came home and another car pulled at the same time. So that vehicle was I assumed his girlfriend. So I followed him with Roger. Yeah. That's how he
All right, so you thought this was his girlfriend.
Yes.
So did you say, hey, Roger, that's your girlfriend, let's follow her?
Now Santos.
Santos, did you say, hey, Santos, that's your girlfriend, I know that's your girlfriend, we're going to follow her?
No, so Santos was already in the house. Santos pulled up at the same time that other car did. So Santos was already inside. I was with Roger outside of my house. We both saw the vehicle. And Roger's like, follow her, like, go and go. And I'm like, okay, you go. And so, and we followed her.
And then what happened?
We got off the vehicle and that's where my English.
Oh, no problem. I've heard it all.
Okay, the very songs and bitch, and she was just like, oh, like, and when she saw me first, and I was like, okay, we're gonna fight. So we began fighting, and then we just fought. But
Where did the gun come from?
I didn't know there was a gun until there was like 3 seconds to go fight, and we tried to look it up. And then on the third time, that's when Ryan pulled out the gun and down to both me bitches. And he shot towards us. Well, he not towards us. Like, I don't know if it was up in the air or towards us or what. Like, it was shot. And then we both, like, over each other. And we just got out there and we left. I grabbed her phone, and it was my phone. And after the robbery came in.
No. The police talked to you afterwards, right?
Yes.
And you admitted to all of this stuff that you told the judge.
Yes.
Admitted to the robbery at that point.
Yes.
Are you still here today to tell the judge that you know this was wrong?
It is wrong.
Now, from this offense, from what you pled guilty to, how have you lived your life since?
I stopped drinking. No longer have contact with Roger. A lot of my friends that I don't talk to them anymore. I would do maybe work for social events in my home. It changed my life, even though like I'm in a situation that I am. I still try to live the best of it.
Over the course of the last, it's been more than 2 years, I believe.
Yes.
Have you had anything to drink?
For the end, yes. Like fresh after the case, yes. But no, I don't drink.
How did you stop?
Because I was tired.
Tired of what?
Tired of drinking. I just feel better for myself. Yeah, I don't know. She don't want to drink anymore. So.
Were you using any drugs? Yes. And since your release, you've been on the monitor the entire time?
All 2 years, yes.
If the judge were to give you with probation, deferred probation that we're asking her for, what would be your next steps as far as seeking employment or handling things with your kids?
I would reapply for my dental license, and then I would try to go back to the dental field. I did do a lot of using it, so I would try to do that and get back on my feet.
Where are you living right now?
What is Broncos?
And are you both taking care of the kids?
We do mainly me, so he works and we can't work at the level, very hard. So it's mainly me.
Now you have some family here in the audience. Can y'all stand up? Family in the audience. And who's here for you?
So I have my mom, and I have Louise, which is my brother-in-law.
That's some.
I thought it was my phone excuse, an absolute courtroom classic. Judges hear it so often it might as well be printed on bail forms. But here's the kicker. Intent matters. And the moment you pick up someone else's phone in a brawl, that intent gets real blurry.
This is his brother.
Hey,
They're both here in support and would like for the judge to consider probation, right? Is there anything else you want to tell the judge or explain about this happening or about the background in any way?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know if Bianca is here or she's listening, but I am very sorry. I have a pretty good for most and I am sorry it was 2.5 years ago, but it doesn't matter how long it was, it still was done, and I do take responsibility for it. I do plan on if everything goes good, we plan on getting back on my feet, going back to work, and continuing my life because I did lose everything. Lost my car that night, the same night. I lost my job. I lost my freedom. I've lost money. I lost literally everything within the 2 years. So from having everything to literally nothing, starting fresh, it's been hard mentally too. I was on full house arrest where I couldn't even go to work to one point. So it was hard to adjust from having everything to nothing and everything be taken away from you because of your own decisions. I mean, from my own decision that I made. And I'm fully aware of that. And also for my children because, I wasn't at the right mindset at the time. I do know now, and I mean, it should not have taken me this long to life, but I did come to a realization, and I love my kids, and I don't hate to be gone away from them that long. And I felt like at the time I was keeping them safe and pursuing this relationship because no matter what I did, she was always there. No matter if I wanted to leave or not, like I just felt like I didn't have any help. I mean, straight to leave, like I was begrudging. I was confused, like I couldn't find a way out.
And are you still with him?
I'm not with him, no. So in a sense, I don't know if this is bad to say, but I'm kind of glad this happened because it's not happening anymore with him. So I'm free from him, not free from you guys back. So I just want to be at home with my kids. My kids are just getting older. I just lost all missed baby showers, weddings, and missed parties just because of being incarcerated. And it's been tough. It's really hard. And I've changed my life. I'm not half the woman I used to be. Another girl, woman now, and really take into consideration my children, move them on, and and I'm just glad to be out there and that I'm sorry, and we hope we're able to get past this, and I've been waiting for this for 2 years to happen, so I'm ready.
All right. State any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Ms. Martinez, so you have 3 kids, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what are their ages?
And last one, thank you.
You can, yeah.
I have a 5-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 8-year-old.
Okay, and so it's your testimony that on the date that this offense occurred, that you had left them with Sanchez.
This entire apology? It's heartfelt, but also strategic. Sentencing hearings are where remorse becomes currency. Genuine or not, defendants hope it shaves months, sometimes years, off a sentence. The real question is, does the judge buy it?